Hey there everyone, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Frazier. We're jumping right into your national watches and warnings. There's not a whole lot going around the country. It's relatively calm, so let's zoom in on a few select areas. I mainly want to start off in Southern California. Lots of flood watches taking place right now. We got a strong cold front trying to push its way through, and that could be impacting the United States throughout the weekend and into next week a little bit. We'll be keeping our eye on it. It's a very strong system, clearly bringing in some flooding in toward California. The current front, kind of hanging around much of the Rocky Mountains, is bringing some severe weather, mainly toward southeastern Colorado into the northern parts of the Texas Panhandle. Severe thunderstorm watch boxes for all those counties and a few severe thunderstorm warnings. Granted, the severe risk is on the lower side, but even on a low risk day, you could still see a couple of those pop-up showers and storms. And you could really see that cold front just represented by that line right there, because everyone south of those lines still seeing a lot of those 80s and 90s. I know the first day of fall is Monday. This does not look like a fall forecast, with the exception of Denver, and even Denver being 73 for a high in September, a little bit on the warmer side. So maybe those overnight lows become a bit more reasonable. Everything's still staying a little bit above average, a mix of 70s from Texas all the way across the Gulf Coast to 60s across much of the Appalachian Mountains, and some 50s up a little bit closer toward the Great Lakes. Here's that severe risk for today. It's that same cold front, that level 1 risk, almost kind of like a backwards L shaped here, all from that same system, and it's trying to push its way through, but the impacts of it are going to be very minimal. Just a lot of isolated showers, thunderstorms, pop-up action across much of central Texas and even extending out toward Minneapolis and the Great Lakes. Here we go into Saturday, maybe some pop-up showers possible, especially along the desert southwest, and then going in towards Sunday, it starts to become a little bit more organized into this line, kind of following along with that frontal system. So if we do see any amount of rain, is it going to be a lot? It's all going to be associated with that low pressure system. You could see the rotation of it. Yeah, anywhere from about half an inch, maybe an inch and a half in those areas. Harder hit regions going to be much of Kansas, central Kansas, even out at the border of the Dakotas into Minneapolis and much of Michigan as well. Anywhere from about 1 to possibly 3 inches of rainfall. Here's the fascinating part though. Sure, we do have a cold front expected by next week, but the impacts of it very minimal. Well above average temperatures for the entire country to start off fall. I mean, we're kind of edging a little bit closer toward the La Nina pattern, which means mainly a warm and dry summer for much of at least the southern half of the United States. Maybe some rain chances. It's again going to be very limited, mainly out to our westernmost states, counties, you name it. That's where all the rain is going to be. Everyone getting rain for the next couple of days. Won't be seeing much come next week. Stay safe out there, everyone.